couple years back, you used to see all these self-improvement YouTubers coming out. It was kind of during the pandemic. Then they tapered off, it seemed like. But a lot of these guys, I fell into the same trap where I was listening to these messages. And I would have ups and downs with it, or I'd be really into it. I never had a problem with the discipline part. It was like this other side of the purpose coin of it. I liked all of the habits. I liked a lot of the habits, and a lot of the habits that they preached to drop. Because whenever I dropped said habits, my life improved. Whenever I added in the stereotypical self-improvement habits like reading books, running, working out, meditation, all these things, you know what I'm talking about, my life improved. But then I hit a dilemma every single time, because the way that the self-improvement thing worked was they peak you whenever you're in your desperate moments, whenever you're like angsty and you're like, you try to figure it out on your own and it doesn't work. And then all of a sudden all these videos start popping up from like some retard with an SM7B, little hair parted, coming down in his eyes. And he's like, all right, dog, I'm going to teach you how to be a millionaire, grind set, yada, yada. And they get you with all these habits that make sense, the meat, if you will. And then they also try to throw in all the fucking bones and cartilage, if you understand my analogy. They try to throw in all this shit of, bro, you're never going to be happy unless you're like a fucking millionaire entrepreneur drop shipping retards underwear for cats and condoms for dolphins. Oh, by the way, you can become rich by selling this fucking cunt coin online to a bunch of other cunts. It's asinine. I tried to thrive, if you will, in this space, but it was the most meaningless, selfish existence that I've ever experienced. I love the idea of entrepreneurship. I love the idea of business. I've read several fucking of these Hormozy business books. I've watched God knows how many hours of these fucking business videos. And I gave it up a while back. I still have retained a lot of the useful information, but a lot of the message is lost whenever it's just like this desperation journey of any way possible, hustle dog, any way what is the point of any way possible? Because it's going to take you at least 5 or so years to make some shit happen. And if you're spending 5 years, if I told you that you had to go to prison for 5 years, you do not look at that as a short period of time. You're like, holy fuck, 5 years, that's a lot. Okay, we're at that point. 5 years is a lot. 5 years doing shit that has zero meaning or positive impact on society, except for you get a little coin in your pocket and get to take your fucking mom on vacation, does not seem like a happy life for me. Okay? And this is where we get to the main problem. 3 minutes and 30 seconds of this video. We get to the main problem with self-improvement. And it is the selfish, absolutely selfish life path of any means possible. Any means possible. You could start selling your fucking ass on the corner for $1 million a fuck. But you wouldn't do that, would you? But all these people are like, it doesn't matter how you get it. You got to get this fucking money. And it loses me in the message every time. I would build up momentum into this self-improvement thing. And then it would come down to implementing it into a business thing. And whenever you start, you don't know anything about business. So you're trying all these different desperate ways, methods you find online, what people preach. Be a YouTuber, dude. Be a YouTuber, dude. And then you find how unfulfilling it is. It's not that it's hard because you're like, oh man, I just don't have the mental fortitude to keep persevering through it. No, you come to a point where you really realize, am I a fucking clown? Am I a clown? Should I put makeup on behind this camera every day? Because all I'm doing is just telling fucking young people in foreign countries to stop beating their meat. That's what you're doing. I made 300. I got up to like 2 months straight. I was making 350 pieces of content, and the only people I was doing the algorithm, reading all this shit, doing all these different tips and tricks, just fucking complete angst, just going after it. And what did I get out of it besides like fucking 50 views a video? Some of them you see do this, they'll get 1,000, but they'll never go anywhere. I see a bunch of these YouTube channels and my same predicament pop up every time. You get like a fucking kid from India being like, "Oh, thank you, Mr. Arthur. You're very inspirational, yada, yada, yada." Bullshit, bro. Bullshit. You're just recruiting more and more people to be desperate and angsty like you are making those videos. So what is my solution? What is the meaning for this video? Goggins plus art. Okay? Let me explain. I love David Goggins. It's like, what time is it? It's fucking 5:30 right now in the morning, okay? I woke up at 4:30. Been on a run, got a little chest and back workout in. That's been routine now for a couple fucking months. And normally I'm practicing my drum rudiments and shit like that at this time, but I just had to make this video because this has been an idea on my mind for like a while now. Goggins. We all in the self-improvement space love Goggins. He's like our little fucking Superman. Oh, dude, that motherfucker ran 250 miles on his feet in one sitting. Bunch of marathons back-to-back. Joe Rogan podcast guest over and over and over. I've read both of his books. I love him, bro. He's very positive. But the reason why he's so universally loved and not hated half and half like most self-improvement YouTubers is because Goggins preaches a guaranteed thing. He preaches building discipline through doing hard shit, through suffering, if you will. No time during any book I've read from Goggins or any podcast I've watched have I heard Goggins say, "Hey, dude, drop ship these condoms to these dogs." Some bullshit fucking product on, run Facebook ads and drop ship this bullshit product to these fucking moms and you'll become No time have I heard Goggins say, "Hey, bro, this retard coin is up 5%. Put all your money in it now. It's going to blah blah blah." No. He says real shit that has fucking merit to it and is actually useful to society because it builds a better person who is disciplined and actually has morals and values. Whenever you're listening to some little 20-year-old kid telling you to drop ship bullshit, he has no life lessons besides drop shipping something when he was like fucking 17 and getting super lucky and being a millionaire. That's all he knows. He don't know fucking discipline. You watch these routine from these like 20-year-old entrepreneurs and it's like, wake up, it's all the same. Wake up, get my coffee, go to the gym, do a little workout. That's the hardest thing they do all day is their little gym 2-hour workout. Dude, I'm like Arnold, dude. I do a little 2-hour fucking gay workout like I'm Patrick Bateman. Is that your fucking role model? Little 23-year-old crypto bro? Come on, dog. Come on, son. Look up to Goggins. Goggins is your answer to the self-improvement disciplined habit side. Now, here's where I come in. This is the other half, the main problem that I've never heard a single fucking self-improvement person say, and that is being useful. And my way to be useful is through creation. Creativity. You never hear this. None of these motherfuckers talk about creativity. It's all this like analytical business, meaningless nonsense, dog. And whenever I say creativity and creation, it's anything. Okay? Creation for me, I run a general contracting thing. I'm a general contractor. I build houses. I build things for people's houses. I build fucking shelter. I build the most common necessity need in the fucking water, shelter, food. I do that. Very useful. That's about as fucking useful as you could get. okay? Everybody needs a shelter. So I do that. That's what I do for fucking 8 hours out of the day, right? And then, like most people, their routine would be they get up about 30 minutes before work, get ready, go, come home, fuck around, drink beer. No. Complete discipline, bro. Up 3 hours before work, get all of my Goggins habits out of the way, create for 8 hours, come home, run like a couple miles just to get my fucking momentum back going. And then creation of art. I do oil paintings and I do music. And I might have just lost a good amount of people. But whenever, in the past, I was very, very reluctant to talk about this. Because in my mind, for some reason, maybe it was programming from all these self-improvement bros, I thought unless you were drop shipping or trying to do some online business, you weren't really doing anything useful. But then I realized it's the fucking opposite. It's the exact opposite. No self-improvement YouTube video besides the ones that teach the basics like working out has ever stuck with me. But what has stuck with me? A beautiful piece of artwork. A song that was so inspirational that it just plays over in my mind at random times. And then I realized, holy shit, bro. You can be useful and do something that you love. You don't have to do something that is like painful and tedious like online businesses that serve no purpose in society. And then combine Goggins. So boom, that's how I got this Goggins plus art. I've been practicing this for a couple months now, and I do this thing called keeping receipts, because a lot of artists, the reasons why these worlds do not mesh and blend is a lot of artists are like these fucking hippie, be free, dude, go with the flow, man, namaste, that fucking type of shit, where discipline is like the antithesis of them. And then you have the self-improvement people. It's kind of like I'm doing the right and left thing. It's not like that. I'm not making it political. It's just like their fucking personality types normally. And then whenever you got like the Goggins, like hyper gym focused people, it's normally like business, entrepreneurs, that type of people who are like hyper into self-improvement and buy all the fucking books and shit like that. They hardly mesh, but I truly have a vision for a better society where we create people who learn from Rick Rubin and Goggins. I'm making these people, but I'm listing these names, but it's just an easy way for me to organize this thought. People who will listen to a Rick Rubin and listen to a Goggins and mesh it into one to a truly formed thing. And it all comes down to being useful. See, my life right now is almost 100% a creative venture. Everything I do besides like my little workouts, which could even be viewed as creative, everything I do is creative. Whenever I build a house, I have almost full reign of designing the way that I'm going to build certain things and how I'm going to do the ceiling and what floor material I'm going to use. Basic guidelines with what colors the person wants. But everything else, I have full creative freedom. And then it's just figuring out how I'm going to lay that in there. And then whenever I get home, my commissioned paintings as well as like my music that I'm working on, trying to make an album of some, not just like some copycat shit, but like some truly different music. It's all creative. And I've ran the thing of trying to do online businesses and all this shit, and I never felt fulfilled during it. I never felt fulfilled because I didn't even believe in what I was doing. But whenever it comes to art, it's something that I'm truly passionate about, and I believe countless others are as well. But they never connect these two worlds to actually get things done. And then every once in a while, you'll see a fucking artist pop up where they have found a way to connect these two worlds, but they never really talk about it. They just talk about their art. When in reality, they were super disciplined to get to the point where they were at, but it's not talked about. And I feel like if we're ever going to accomplish something, we got to really start combining them. So let's talk about the argument for art and why. Why make art? I view art not only as like an inspirational thing, as well as gifts to society. I view it as a gift to God. Okay? Every single thing I do is like a documentation of a gift to God, the universe, the creator, whatever you want to call it. This might be where we part ways. But in doing so, you are giving gifts to a higher faith, a belief in something, not just a belief that you're going to make it, a belief that this, or you're going to manifest this lifestyle. No, it is a faith in the way the world works, that everything will be all right. A faith that we don't live in a collapsing society, a faith in progress, future, humanity as a whole. And whenever you instill a certain type of faith through whatever means, life is so much brighter. It has so much more meaning than these people who just think we live and die. That's all there is to it. We're just like fucking little organisms, mitochondria, just fucking clung to the surface of a rock. It's boring, bro. I like science fiction. I like that type of shit, bro. I'm not going to sit here and convince myself to believe that we're just like these little organisms on a rock. I believe in something higher. I believe in a higher power. And I'm going to give devotional acts to that. And the devotional acts being bettering community and society by being useful, creating things to inspire others to do the same, so and so forth. And then, on top of that, you gain skills from creating things. For me, houses, I can do fucking roofing, plumbing, carpentry work, tile work, all sorts of different crafts that I'll keep with me for the rest of my life just from that. As well as the painting, it's constant problem solving. So the time spent in painting, not only do I get better at that, but I also get better at trying to figure out problems and solutions to things in other life scenarios. Same with the music. It's all experimentation, and I'm learning how to follow my curiosity. You gain all these little micro skills that you don't really think about whenever you create art. As well, to our third point, let's get back to the little fucking course entrepreneur bros. Whenever you make art, whenever you do something that is true and it's not for monetary purposes, but it's just like something you truly believe in, it opens up the gates to monetary purposes. Because whenever you create something that you believe in, and it's not just reproduced from someone else, you are creating something that is true and that other people look at in awe. And whenever you do that, it opens up the gates for monetary expansion, because other people see it and they're like, holy shit, I kind of want that. I want that piece of art. Oh, I really like this music. Let me invest in this. And shit does work out like that. But if you want to make money out of art, you have to instill the Goggins side of things. You have to instill the discipline. You can't go about this art shit being like, oh, dude, like fucking Post Malone just uploaded a song on SoundCloud and he might work out at right place, right time. I'm just gonna go with the flow and see. No, bro. You have to have some sort of intention. Like for me with my oil paintings, for the longest, it was just a fun little hobby. And then I had the itch that I wanted to try to monetize it. So what did I do? Did I just keep fucking creating paintings, just hoping someone would text me on my phone saying, oh, I want a painting for you for $1 million? No. I went out and I started painting free portraits for people, showing them my skills, and then telling them, hey, this is free, and if you know anybody else that would want to invest or buy something, let me know. That's how you do it, bro. I literally implemented this like Alex Hormozy punt, jab, 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 or give, uppercut type thing where it's like you give until you keep giving and giving and giving until you gave enough that it's alright, that people are okay with like giving back to you. That's the kind of mindset you gotta do with this art. And for me, it's just fucking hard work. And I've given a lot of it for free, but it's actually starting to pay off, and I've received my first little bit of money from it. So that is my argument from art. And then, last thing I'll leave you with is building the discipline. For me, I abstain from alcohol, drugs, pornography, mindless consumption of just scrolling on your phone. And I would love to say that it gives you like some magical superpowers to like read people's minds, like some of these people say, and try to entice you with that. But for me, it's mainly time management. For every second that I spend high, which isn't a second, it's usually hours. For every hour I spend drinking beer with the boys, for every hour that I would spend scrolling fucking TikTok or watching porn, I could be creating something and putting something out into the world that would not only better me, but could better society. It's all time management. And whenever you understand that you're not instilling these disciplined tasks to give you superpowers, you're instilling these disciplined habits to functionally manage your time. Time. This thing that we have hard time conceptualizing. Time. I've almost died in the past. On my 18th birthday, I accidentally fucking Cheddar Bob shot myself in the leg with a pistol. And whenever I was life-flighted and I almost died, there's a weird thing that happens whenever you're in a near-death experience. You lose the understanding of time. There was a hour-long period of the ambulance showing up, me being taken to a hospital and put on in a helicopter, but it felt like a minute. It felt like 5 minutes to me. And then I talked to somebody and they're like, no, it's been like fucking an hour and a half. And I'm like, bro, what? You lose this perception of time during that. And to me, that just tells me that time is a very curious thing. Many people do not value it. Many people have no discipline towards it. Many people just use it as a time to tell them when to eat and when to go to bed. But if you find a way to properly utilize time and grip it and hold on to it, then you can accomplish anything in this world, bro. I promise you. With drugs and alcohol, I feel like myself. I used to smoke weed every single day, drink fucking like 20 shots a day, just fucking completely engrossed in drugs and alcohol. And looking back, a lot of my reason for doing so was out of boredom. Out of feeling like there was too much time on my hands and I needed to time skip. But once you unlock this thought in your mind of wanting to be useful to society, accomplishing a lot in your lifetime, you realize how little time you have. And it's, for me, quitting drugs, quitting all these things is all about grabbing and taking control of my own amount of time I have and accomplishing things with it. And I promise you can do the same. But I'm not going to waste my time pursuing some pointless fucking dropship entrepreneur bullshit that all these online people preach to sell a book, sell a course, make money off of it. Fuck that, bro. I'm going to use every single second to create art, to create something in society that will have long-lasting effects. So create your fucking statue in stone that people will look back at in 300, 400, 500 years and be like, damn, how the fuck did Michelangelo create David? How the fuck did Leonardo da Vinci create all these great paintings? How did Caravaggio master light so effectively with these biblical images? How did the Rolling Stones create such groundbreaking music? How did the Beatles create such groundbreaking music? How did fucking Tame Impala recently go back on very simple things that we've all seen before and create things people love so much? How did fucking Martin Scorsese make a masterpiece like Taxi Driver? Man, what impact did that have on society? How did Kanye West change music in the landscape forever? That's what you need to do, bro. Fuck the drop shipping. Ignore all of these pointless little quick money in and out things and actually pursue the true dreams that you had as a child. Oh, I want to be a fucking rock star. I want to sing like Freddie Mercury on a stage and inspire millions of people. But along the way, that fucking childlike dream that you had of being Da Vinci and being these people, true innovators, was broken down by some fucking geek online sitting behind a microphone saying, hey bro, you want to achieve your dreams? You know that dream, that realistic dream you had to be a millionaire. Well, you can drop ship this and fucking do this and that to achieve it. Fuck that, bro. Be a man. Have the balls to actually go after the real dream in your heart. And create that fucking statue, bro. Chase paper and enjoy nature, dog. If you fuck with this video, more on the way. I promise you I'm never going to make some stupid ass overmade video of stop eating your meat, dude, and be an online entrepreneur. Fuck that, dog. I'm going to give you real ass shit to help you in this world. Have a good one.